Hey there, nerds. We are going to recap Fear Itself for you. So, what did you guys think? Repercussions?
I did not like it.
I thought there were some big things going on. I do have to say, though, I kind of want a big story from Marvel that doesn't directly deal with Asgard.
I agree.
Oh, come on, that was great. That was like the only part that I loved about it.
Well, that was the whole story.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what was the last one before that? Siege?
Siege.
And Siege really sucked, if you ask me.
I
mean, it was just the falling of Asgard, and now, honestly,
now it's
Fear Itself
fallen,
is
and now
more...
they're fighting again.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed some of the things that happened. I'm pissed about Bucky, because I love when second tier, or, juniors become the senior. Like, I loved when Dick was Batman, even for a little bit. I love that Bucky was now Cap. I enjoy seeing that progression, and I'm kind of bummed that they,
Yeah, and it kind of lessens Steve Rogers' appeal too. I think it's like he's kind of stuck being Captain America.
It's
again.
like he didn't want to,
You're
and it's like,
Captain
okay,
America.
well, now I have to do it because Bucky's dead.
Yeah.
And Thor.
Yeah.
Thor's done.
That was
Kaputski's,
left
but I don't
field.
know. I think at most we're going to be without Thor for 5 issues.
I really feel like at
something like
most
that.
it'll be like a month
Yeah.
of no Thor.
The one thing I would like to see is how long it takes for Brian Michael Bendis to buff out what I'm calling the fraction crack in the Captain America shield.
Just the fraction. I mean, that's great.
He said that
I
he
love
could
that.
buff it
I
out,
love
so
that.
Tony Stark can do
You
anything.
know, soon as Brian Michael Bendis gets a chance, he's just gonna buff that out.
So really quick, everything that happened, Thor died, Bucky died, Sin became Red Skullish, and she did not die, and she kind of sort of came back. And all the hammers got confiscated by S.H.I.E.L.D., and Valkyrie went after them in the first issue of Fearless, so...
Which looks kind of interesting.
That was
Yeah,
good.
just
I read it
12
last week.
issues long? 12 issues?
Now see, that's the thing. I
Fear
thought
Itself
he
is
would
7, the follow-up to Fear Itself is 12?
They're pulling a DC.
I think they're leading up to something. The one thing I've noticed about the Marvel big stories is that there's never really an ending. Everything just keeps leading to something else.
Like, Fearless is going to lead into Thor waking up or coming back alive. And
Yep.
we all know it. So,
Let's know what you guys thought in the comments below.
So if you guys are anything like us here at Nerdlocker, you're a Geoff Johns super freak. And if not, get on that bus because it's a cool bus to be on. But little cool information came out recently. Geoff Johns is writing an episode of Robot Chicken based off of DC characters.
I cannot wait for this.
Yeah, right?
They have a quick little clip with Sinestro and Green Lantern throwing
And Sinestro's
down.
in his old costume,
Yeah.
not the Sinestro Corps costume, which is really sweet.
It's cool because you're watching this and you're realizing Geoff Johns has been writing Green Lantern for how long?
And
this is like a raunchy, messed up interpretation.
You know he's had this idea forever. He's like, ever since he started writing Green Lantern, he was like, dude, I wish I could do that. DC,
I can't
why
wait
do you have to
see
be
this,
children friendly?
Because I can't wait to see his take on these characters that he has written for
He's
so long.
the creative officer of all of these characters. In his hands is their destinies.
And he's basically writing like the Elseworld of
The messed up
either way,
Elseworld.
You gotta love Robot Chicken. You gotta love Geoff Johns, and Geoff Johns has written for Robot Chicken beforehand.
No, he's been
so you
writing
already
for a
know
while.
that this is gonna go well together.
Oh, yeah.
But this is something I absolutely cannot wait.
I really hope we see another Real World Metropolis segment and or Real World like Gotham or Star City or
I just can't wait.
Central Coast, whatever. Take a pick.
Let us know what you guys want to see in the comments below. All right, so while Bobby and I were at the Fred Durst convention this week,
Gotta have faith.
we heard some interesting news about Mark Millar and Matthew Vaughn, the director. It turns out that Matthew Vaughn has the rights to 2 Mark Millar comic books to turn them into movies. One being The Superior, which is already
I'm
out.
so stoked for it.
And the second is a new comic announced by Mark Millar called Secret Service.
Yep. It's something apparently he's wanted to work on since he was a kid. So.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are kind of annoyed with Mark Millar and just stuff, but I enjoy...
That's me.
I enjoy what he's put out, and yeah, there's that shock factor to everything he does, but
Almost everything.
I still enjoy it a lot, and I think Matthew Vaughn would be the perfect director for, especially Superior, man.
Yeah,
that book
absolutely.
is so good.
After him on Kick-Ass, I definitely got that they work perfectly together.
They know they have a feel for each other and how they want things to be presented.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark Millar has just mastered shock value, like you said, in different forms. And Superior is in a totally different way than Kick-Ass
Completely
is.
different than any other book I've read
Yeah,
by him.
absolutely.
It takes it in a completely different direction.
Yeah, I want to see where it goes. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below.
And break stuff. So good old Fox is doing a pilot for our beloved character, the Punisher, Frank Castle.
Yeah!
Sort of.
Not really.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds cool. I like having a Punisher series.
It
I like
sounds
the idea
cool
of it.
until we read the details.
He's
of
a
this
cop.
Pilot.
He's a detective.
He's the Punisher, but he's a detective.
But he's a detective, and he like rights wrongs in his own brand of justice.
It sounds like Dexter-ish.
Yeah, it's like he's the forces that fight against him, but
he's
I don't
working
even
with the
know.
cop.
It's just confusing because
I don't want to see.
the
Punisher
Punisher's
as
a
cop.
Marine. He was a Marine that went off.
I want to see a guy working outside the law.
He's Rambo.
I want to see a guy working outside the law, killing bad guys.
Not a guy in the law working outside the law, killing bad guys.
I mean, I can watch Dexter for that. That's what Dexter is.
Boom.
So I don't know.
Come on, Fox. Stop doing Showtime.
And really, honestly, how graphic can a Fox Punisher show be and keep fans happy? I mean, for some reason, people didn't like the Thomas Jane movie, and then some people thought the Warzone was too gory.
The Punisher is a gory character. He brutally murders people.
I don't think we're ever going to get a good Punisher movie. I like them both, but I don't think we're ever going to get...
I love the Thomas Jane one. The Warzone,
gory. I enjoyed it.
It was
It's
gory,
fun.
and it seemed like that was the only thing. I liked the Thomas Jane one because it gave it a little sense of story.
I'm not saying anything against either. I like them both, but I don't think you're going to make the general public happy
I'm
with
not
the
going to be
Punisher.
happy. I want a Punisher series on HBO.
Yeah. Oh, that would be good.
That would be the best.
Let us know what you guys think about this proposed pilot.